The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Carl Jung. Ever wondered why breaking free from bad habits seems so difficult, or why we're inexplicably drawn to certain things while avoiding others? The answer to these questions may lie in one of Carl Jung's most fascinating and unsettling theories, the notion of the future self. Jung believed that our future selves aren't just distant possibilities, they're already here, trying to manifest in the present moment. How, you ask? Through our attention. That inner pull you feel towards certain things, your focus, your cravings, your natural inclinations, it's your future self trying to communicate with you. Now let's break this down. Attention is distinct from willpower and discipline. We all know what's good for us, eating healthy, working out, getting enough sleep, and kicking bad habits. But why is it so hard to follow through on these things? Why is the disconnect between knowing what's good for us and actually doing it so vast? Some people might say it's a matter of discipline, and yes, discipline is important. But discipline is an inner struggle between what we want now and what we want for our future. What we truly want right now is driven by our attention, which, in Jung's view, is directed by our future self. Think about it. You've probably forced yourself to study for an exam or finish a tedious work presentation. That's willpower and discipline, but some things, they grab you effortlessly. You just can't seem to pull away. Why is that? Take LeBron James, for example. At 17, he tattooed "The Chosen One" on his back. Fast forward 20 years, and no one doubts he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. That's a perfect example of Jung's future self at work. He was driven toward his destiny even back then. Some people seem to naturally fall into their purpose like they've always known where they're headed. There's no effort. It just flows. While willpower certainly plays a role, there's something deeper guiding their every move. Some might argue that what grabs our attention is totally random, but is it really? I think Jung might have been onto something. We might not be in full control. There are invisible forces deep within us, shaping our decisions, pulling us towards specific goals and away from others. This idea can be liberating. It suggests we don't have to force ourselves into actions that don't feel right. Instead of constantly struggling, we can relax and let our natural interests guide us. After all, they may be messages from our future self, pointing us toward our true path. By allowing our attention to follow our passions, we slowly grow more skilled and more aligned with who we're meant to be. This isn't just about finding success, it's about finding fulfillment. Jung's theory also offers a refreshing perspective on education. Rather than forcing kids into rigid standards and expectations, why not recognize their natural inclinations and guide them based on their true potential? In a world where AI is transforming the job market, making a living shouldn't be the driving force behind education anymore. This idea also sheds light on the mystery of creativity. Writers, artists, musicians, so many struggle to pinpoint where their ideas come from. Often, their work feels as though it's being channeled from a higher power, something beyond their control. But here's the scary part. Not everyone is drawn to meaningful, fulfilling pursuits. For many, their attention is sucked into unhealthy distractions, junk food, smoking, pornography, or endless scrolling on their phones. And that's where Jung's theory becomes unsettling. On one hand, it's reassuring to think that we're not just randomly chasing after things, but on the other hand, what if we're passively accepting bad habits and destructive tendencies, thinking they're part of our destiny? It's a question of balance. While recognizing our natural inclinations can lead to greater self-acceptance, we must remain aware of how these unconscious forces shape our choices. Otherwise, we could end up consumed by destructive habits. What about those of us who struggle with darker thoughts, compulsions, or destructive impulses? Are they also part of our future self's influence? If so, what does that mean for personal responsibility? I don't have all the answers, and neither does anyone else. But one thing is clear, resistance doesn't work forever. The more we observe ourselves and the world around us, the more we realize we're not fully in control of our own actions. Take the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, for instance. In an interview, he described his compulsion to commit horrific acts as an addictive, surging energy beyond his control. He admitted that the obsession overtook any sense of repulsion. "I don't think there was something that happened to make me like this," he said. "This was always just how I was." Most of us have experienced compulsive urges at some point. Whether it's the urge to clean, to binge watch something, or even more dangerous impulses, the underlying force seems the same, an invisible pull that drives our attention in ways we don't fully understand. Is life worth living if it's a constant battle against our own nature? And if we give up, is that just another way our future self is asserting itself? I'm not sure there's a perfect answer, but Carl Jung's theory offers the most compelling explanation I've found. It might be the key to understanding our actions and our destiny. In future videos, I'll explore the connection between Jung's theory, karma, free will, and responsibility. I'll also dive into deeper questions about the nature of evil and the existence of God and love. Why do some people become serial killers? Why are some lives cut short? Could all of this have a deeper, divine meaning? Let me know what you think in the comments, and feel free to share any ideas or questions for future videos. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.